Hello? Is my microphone picking up? Okay. I just decided to open up Audacity, start recording, and just start talking. I don't know exactly how long this is going to be. I don't know where I'm even going to get background footage for this. But I've had this idea to create I guess like a mini podcast. It's more like a Dark Viper AU type of Rambles series. But instead of like rambling off stream, I'm just legit opening up Audacity and talking about whatever it is I want to talk about. I've some work in progress names, but I don't think the branding of it, I don't fucking care, quite frankly. I know I have like weird naming schemes, at least for the past 2 videos I made, with All's Fair and then the upcoming Love and War. And then D-Day, which, you know, kind of plays into the whole All's Fair and Love and War. Then I just thought of the war thing, and I was like, D-Day wasn't a war, and you know, because it's I think it was the first thing that the Americans did for the war. I'm pretty sure, like, the first action they took. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. I quite frankly, it is not that important to me, but it would make the naming schemes a little better, I think. In terms of future videos and their potential naming schemes, and by the way, this is going to happen a lot throughout this. I'm probably going to end up trailing a lot, and it might be a little annoying to listen to it and just hear me never finish a topic. So if just a heads up, that's probably going to happen. But the naming schemes for the future Raise Rum are going to fit in under certain story arcs. So for this one, I'm telling, for All's Fair and then Love and War, I wanted them to have like it's a mini arc kind of. There is like a surprising amount of storytelling, or like there are a lot of narratives I want to tell in this like unorthodox manner. I have no idea if anyone else has ever done this, by the way, because I usually just stay in my own lane on YouTube most of the time, and Twitch as well. But I've mostly seen like people wanting to deliver narratives in like video essays and that kind of thing, or hell, even like I think Astral's Fifth did this at one point. It was either him or some other YouTuber or content creator. They were just going on and on about like the like the events that happened on stream. I feel like Ludwig and I forgot the name of this Pokemon YouTuber, but I think they're called Small Ants. This was something I caught on as well. I was like, fuck, wait a minute, this is a narrative. Like, even if you don't think it, even if it's not on the nose, this is a narrative. Like, you can really draw narratives from like the most odd sources, and you can draw inspirations from those odd sources as well. And that's usually where I found myself with Love and More. I found myself like taking inspirations from very strange occurrences. I mean, usually I just get the ideas from walking outside and be like, wait a minute, yeah, like that fucking video I watched, I can like use whatever I felt and then, you know, get whatever I felt into thinking, get that feeling, translate it into visuals or translate it into audio and be like, okay, that's the bit, you know? Something like that. That's, I think, what I ended up doing for most transitions in Love and War, and most edits in Love and War as well. It's just bits that I just thought of. Anyway, circling back to the naming schemes. Yeah. They are going to correspond to any sort of story arc I want to tell. Love and War specifically is a little personal to me, at least since the character that ends up having the story arc is more of like a projection of my own experiences, even if it's told through a very like lighthearted tone. It's, you know, actually just shit when it comes to isolation. I know it's a bad thing to like be super vulnerable on the internet, and then like that shit can just like backfire on you or whatever. But I do want to get better at editing. I do want to get better at storytelling, because this is something I genuinely want to do. Maybe for a living? I don't know if Donkey has to fucking upload like weekly now because YouTube's so shit that he just can't do it monthly. That was like a long time ago, mind you, and that's stuck in my mind. I was like, oh fuck, wait a minute, is it really gonna be that much of a bitch to like make videos? But you know, people like Russian Badger and then Isaac Y take a long time perfecting their videos, especially Russian Badger. That dude takes like 3 months to make one video, probably even more than that. I don't know. I think I'm just underestimating it. Love and War kind of just ended up taking a long time, since I'm very on and off about it. I struggle with that sort of thing, like with committing to shit like that. But yeah, I think I am nearing the end of it. I will have it out by the end of the year. I just probably need to start watching more videos again, specifically go back to watching more Isaac Y, like getting back into that loop of watching his videos, because they have really been a big inspiration for me. And in All's Fair, that was the main style of editing I want to go for. Obviously, Isaac Y's style of editing is far more complex and far more intricate than I could ever hope to replicate in my very little experience of video editing. However, usually in creative lines of work, and editing can be like seen as a creative line of work, at least if you are producing it as well, then yeah, you can take it as like a creative endeavor. Then I did take a lot of I guess I took some similar strides. A lot of the bits in All's Fair were visual while also being audio, and I'm just reflecting upon it. I don't know if it did the video well enough, because truth be told, it is a video about Street Fighter 4. It is a video about the fights, right? It's a fighting game, so we're there for the fights, right? But I think I ended up making it more about the banter. It was, you know, the banter. That just comes with fighting games, right? That shit is going to be spectacular, no matter how you like frame it. I value, even if I genuinely get pissed off sometimes, I value that banter, right? And for All's Fair, I felt like the tempo was off. I felt like it was too... It felt too like scrunched together. It didn't feel like I had proper spacing to have good timing, have good tempo, have good impact. It felt like I was just left in the toy aisle, and I just started dicking around with everything that I wanted to. You know, it was my first step into editing on DaVinci, right? It was my first step into really trying to understand like everything that I've been watching for my fucking life on YouTube. That was like, you know, the first hurdle, right? And it was like, I watched so much YouTube in my life, so what have I gotten from that? What have I gotten from storytelling? What have I gotten from editing? What have I gotten from tempo, impact, stuff like that? And, you know, since it is my first video, and my, you know, art eye isn't quite open yet, I did okay, quite frankly. I did fine for my first video. Obviously, the tools of the trade, the fucking tricks I picked up from experimenting with Love and War have come in handy. You know, because I did go back and, like, I fixed some things. I'm not going to re-release the video. That'd just be stupid. I was actually thinking I was actually thinking re-releasing some videos I've had up in the past. I think I've delisted them. I might be wrong. But specifically of the tag, you know, that video. I was thinking of just getting clips from my old videos, rearranging them, editing them to make them better, just, you know, for practice. I didn't end up committing to it quite frankly, I don't think that's something that's... I don't know how to describe it. Okay, first of all, I'm lazy, so I just straight up didn't do it. I can admit that. Second of all, I think in terms of, like, artistic integrity, yeah. Artistic integrity, by the way. It just wouldn't be right to go back and rearrange those videos in a new lens, because truth be told, they are how they are supposed to be, right? They are the product of that time. They are a product of when I was that age, those characteristics, you know, everything. When I was less mature, basically. That's a product of that time. All's Fair, Love and War, these are products of now. And honestly, I am a little afraid that it won't live up to that. It won't live up to expectations. I hope it will, because this shit is, like, turning out to be pretty fucking long. Like, it's turning out to be, like, almost 20 minutes. And it probably will be 20 minutes, because I still have an entire segment left to compile clips for and edit. So this will probably be a 20-minute video, which is pretty crazy, because All's Fair was only, like, 5. And I'm very bad at math, I tripled, at least doubled, my time. My timeline, I tripled it in the span of like 4 to 3 months, right? Obviously, I hope for the project after Love and War, because I am going to make another narrative, hopefully, then actually make it like maybe a trilogy. I don't know. I might just take time to learn how to write a story cohesively first, and then do all like the clip compiling and editing and stuff. I will obviously have like content in between, because I don't think this style of editing is actually sustainable, because most of this shit is accumulated. It's not like I'm having recording sessions with my friends, because they're not YouTubers. They're there to have fun. You know, they're hanging out with everyone because, you know, it's fun, because it's just fucking friends and shit, right? I never wanted it to become about like, oh, we have to play for YouTube or whatever, or we have to play because I am like low on content, or a player because, you know, the money's not coming in or whatever, you know. I don't want it to become like that. I just want it to be, I guess in a way I want it to be like an art that can be expressed through the things I really genuinely care about. I do have some merit with drawing, graphic design, that kind of thing, but that's not something I want to pursue, because, you know, I'm lazy, but at the same time, it's hard to keep passion for that. With video editing, though, it is directly connected to the things I care about. Gaming, and then, you know, my friends. So it makes it a lot easier emotionally. It lifts a lot of stresses of expectations, because I'm doing it solely because of like that passion I hold for my friends. And I think through my life experiences, it accumulated to me wanting to take this path of celebrating those bonds and celebrating the people I've met, celebrating the people I've managed to grow with, and that's something I want to honor with Love and War, and that's something I want to honor by continuing down a path of video editing, video production, storytelling, script writing, all of that. So that kind of leads me into the next topic, and I know I abandoned the whole topic about the naming conventions. I will get to that. I promise. I told you I'm very prone to trailing off. Fuck, what was I just talking about? Oh, right. The content that I want to make to allow for, this kind of shit to accumulate. Because, again, a lot of these clips are just, my friends clipping it from, because they had fun. Right? It's not like I'm forcing them to. I would hate that. Quite frankly, at times, when they have done that, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, it's a confession, all right? I'm not the biggest fan of that, because it feels wrong, It feels wrong. It feels like I'm fucking colonizing my own friend group, and it's like, no, I don't want that. Anyway, I guess it's not really about what I want, it's more about, what we come to a consensus with. I mean, I don't know. Raise Rum as a whole is meant to be, like, a group effort. Sure, I do, like, most of the man work or whatever, but I feel like Raise Rum as an identity isn't solely about me, it's about my friend. Which is why I'm not even using my name in, like, the title, or... Sure, Ray is, like, a name I've used in the past. It's, like, a name of a character that I like from, like, Evangelion, but, like... I think it's neutral enough to give it its own identity. It's neutral enough for it to be an expression of me, while also having the identity of my friends and the positive receptions of that kind of thing. Anyway, going back to the fucking content stuff, there's obviously this, which in my head I'm calling it the Raise Rum Black Label, which is just going to be like, oh fuck, I'm like hyper or something, like, oh fuck, because right now I downed green tea, so it's currently 7:43 on Saturday, December 14th. And wait, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And yeah, this shit has caffeine. Green tea has caffeine, believe it or not. But yeah, I just got in a really talkative mood, and I think my friends right now aren't available. I mean, I could ask them, but whole Gen Z thing where I'm too much of a pussy to ask. And yeah, quite frankly, I am. I don't feel like asking right now. I kind of just want to hang out, but I was just reminded that, like, oh right, I want to do Black Label, and then I got on here and now I'm recording Black Label, at least the first Black Label. There was another series I had in the past, or at least planned content, which was Expired Rum, which is literally a clip dump, kind of like was it Smitty's? I think it was Spoiled Milk. It was like something about milk or sour milk. I think it was called Sour Milk, or like expiration date, something like that. It's similar naming convention, plays into the whole like alcohol thing, not like cold ones, but more like a distillery. Raise Rum distillery type thing. This is the Black Label. This is like the hard shit because I'm talking directly to the audience. I'm not putting it through a filter, through what would be Love and War. I am literally speaking to whoever is listening to this. Hello! Hi, by the way. I don't know how you managed to make it through 18 minutes, but... Oh, whatever. Ew. Oh my god, that shit got so bitter. Took a sip of the green tea, that shit tastes awful. Okay. Yeah, I have other plans for creating more, I guess, personal stuff? Not stuff that really includes my friends, per se, but, like, content that includes scripting. Because you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Those, like, Fallout YouTubers. I can't name them because I'm not subscribed to them, but I have followed them. I guess it's, like, kind of what Astral Spiff does. But the thing is, his style of content is, like, he has segments scripted, and then it's like, hey guys, I'm playing FNAF Security. No disrespect, by the way, I'm just putting it, I'm telling you how it is through my mind, so you get a better understanding of how I view it. It's like, hey guys, I'm playing FNAF Security Breach, and there's fucking Rockstar Freddy, and if they keep spawning in every time we, like, whatever the fuck, right? And then he gets to, like, the first problem, and it's like, okay, as you may have seen, there are a lot of Freddys, It's like that kind of thing. It's weaving in and out of non-scripted streaming stuff to scripted stuff that's made to like suggest to the audience what they should be feeling. So I don't know like exact examples of this, but I feel like Astral Spiff has done like this is bad. This, like, believe it, this is a shit situation. However, there is hope. Because chat just found out a way. Or no, it's like, the modder just sent me a link to an updated version of the mod. It's like that, you know. I have no idea if anything I'm saying is coherent. But I'm very cold right now. So if it sounds like I'm, like, emotional, I'm not. I'm shivering. I'm fucking shivering. I hope that's, like, understandable. I guess it's to add context. Sure. You know, you cut away. Or no, yeah, it is to provide context. I remember, like, FNAF World, you're just like, he was like, yeah, the best way to get, you know, Spring Bonnie and Fredbear is to head to Pinwheel's Funhouse, kill Bubba, no, farm the Golden Endo to get coins. He said that in the video. Because I feel like he might have said it on stream. I don't know, I don't watch the stream. If he said it on stream, then like he provided context for the chat. But I think, because I'm sure he edits those videos, if I'm wrong, then it could just be like, because I know he's done this before on like the that FNAF escape room game, where he provides context through the stream. But I think it's if like it kind of slows down the video too much if he just never provided context, or like if the context he did provide was too vague, then he'd just like script and then record lines of that context. I'd want to try something like that, but the thing is, I don't know if I'd be a good enough streamer, because that would pretty much require me to be hooked onto caffeine for like at least 6 hours, which leaves no like little time for editing, because I kind of just shut down when it comes to like if I spend too much time doing fuck all. Yeah, I thought about doing streaming. I thought about becoming a VTuber, I'm not even lying. I think that could be cool. I don't know if I'm entertaining enough to do it, though. Most of my entertainment value comes from me talking. Yeah. Yeah. It comes mostly from me just rambling. Either to someone or just to a blank wall. And since streaming, you know, has the chat feature, then it's like, I'm saying it to my chat. I'm talking to the chat, right? I mean, fucking hopefully, I probably only have 4 viewers anyway. But I just hope I'm entertaining enough to even gather an audience. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I hope I don't attract the wrong audience, and I hope that I introduce enough variety content so YouTube can just understand that I'm just trying to do variety content. You know, none of this nuanced shit. No, YouTube just has to know I'm doing variety. I'm not going to stick to Rainbow Six Siege. I'm not going to stick to fucking... I'm not going to stick to Grand Theft Auto. I'm not going to stick to Minecraft. I'm not going to fucking stick to any of that. Because truly, I have no passion when it comes to just sticking to one fucking game. I am such a fickle person. I don't give a fuck about Minecraft. I don't give a fuck about cozy games. I want variety. I like having variety. I like having difficulty. If it's, like, learnable. I don't know. I actually don't know. I just like having variety. I like having the freedom of choice. Even if I don't take it all the way. I you know, it's a double-edged sword when you're kind of fickle like that. Because you can just fuck with everything, but not get into it very deeply. I want to change that about myself. I want to get deeper into stuff. Specifically, like, I've tried doing that with Fallout. I enjoyed Fallout a lot, actually, Fallout 4. Now that I actually know how to upgrade, like, I understand the perk system more now, I'm, like, really, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And I'm, like, actually reading the terminals. I'm getting the lore. Fallout 4 is really fun if you just ignore the story. Just phenomenal game. Phenomenal gameplay. I like it. you know? When it comes to big fuck-ass open-world games like that, you just gotta take your time. And that's something I can honestly learn from, too. Just learning to take your time with things. Because truth be told, time does march onward, no matter what. It will not wait for you. But that's not wisdom. That's just acceptance. If you want your work or your passion or your hobbies, whatever it is, to be done, then I don't think you're looking at it in the right scope. Because then at that point, you're just looking at it to be done. You're creating, you're doing so it can be finished, not so it is a proper outlet for your true self, or like an artistic way to express feelings that you cannot express in any other way. It's good understanding. It's good to just take it slow. Don't rush it. Have patience. I'm like half and half talking to you and then talking to me. Just have patience with it. It will happen. Just need to take it slow. You need to take it with care. You need to commit to it. Yes. But don't let it explode in a day. If you feel like you can't make solid progress in a day, then aim for getting solid progress in a week. In a set of 3 days. I have honestly started viewing Love and War more as, oh, I can't wait to get this out. I can't wait to finish this. And I think that really detracted a lot from what I really enjoyed about editing in the very beginning. I was psyched to really just put all these bits in and just exercise my mind to stretch it into creating this visual and auditorial like experience that just enhances what was originally seen. Like I'm legit creating something new from these videos, and that's what I really liked. But now that I'm like nearing the end of Love and War, I can't stop thinking about how I want this project to be done. Not out of spite, not out of hate. I just want people to see it in its entirety. And I think I'm going about it the wrong way. I truly need to slow down. I need to stop being so harsh on myself about that whole thing, because there will be days where I just stagnate because I did something wrong. Like I didn't get enough sleep today, so I didn't edit at all. I'm probably going to edit this because, I'll probably just put music in the visuals, but there are days I'm going to stagnate, and quite frankly, I need to not let that be a bother. Yeah, a whole day wasted is a lot. This is not an excuse to just waste a day. No. It's more of like an acceptance of that's what you want to let happen. Like there are times when you want to feel that way, and there are times where it's okay to feel that way. And it's okay to let that happen if you were to let it happen. Tolerance is different than acceptance. You can accept the fact that you did just waste a day, but don't tolerate it. Or was it the other way around? Tolerate it, but don't accept it. If you're like, okay, yeah, I wasted a day. I don't like it. But you know what? I'm not going to think I hate it. I'm just going to think, okay, I'm going to do better by not feeling like shit. And how am I going to do that? By going to sleep early, by going outside, by taking a walk, and having a good breakfast. Right? Honestly, I think I need more sugar. I think my blood sugar is very low. My blood sugar is very low. But that's besides the point. Yeah, just gotta take things slow. That's my main point in this whole, like, I'm trailing off again, please help me. Just take shit slow. Don't look at it as, point A to point B. Because hell, even the whole, like, this is not about the journey, it's the destination. It's not about the destination, it's the journey, right? That applies to creative pursuits and, like, your job. It applies to, like, literally everything. If you just want it to end, bitch. Why are you even doing it? You ain't even enjoying it. I know there are like situations where people are forced to do things, like working, you know, like working jobs. There are people that just are forced to do those things. They're forced to like stay away from their families. They're forced to do these terrible things because they need money to survive. I get that. I get that. But I think thinking of it as beginning to end is still an unhealthy way to go about it. And I am going to sound very naive, because quite frankly, I am very naive and ignorant. But just taking enjoyment out of anything, taking life lessons from the smallest things, it's a good way to go about life, I think. Even if, you know, symbolic messaging isn't actually like anywhere, it's still good to think upon those things. It's good to slow down from like this cacophony of a fragile attention span, like how that happened right now. It's good to take a break from those things. It's good to think slowly about where you are in life. It's good to just take it slow and think about what it is you want to do. It's good to gain meaning from those mundane things, because then that just makes life much more meaningful. You know, getting meaning from everything. You don't really need religion to give you meaning. You don't need to be a nihilist if you don't have a religion. It's just about living life. It's about enjoying every step of the way. And that's something I forget sometimes. That's something I want to think more upon. That's something I used to do when I was younger, because I was so alone that I had no one else to talk to. I had no one else to turn to. I had to draw my wisdom from my environment. I had to draw wisdom from everything and make my own judgment off that. So obviously when you feel abandoned by people that you think are supposed to take care of you, are supposed to guide you through your life, just take it from others. Just fucking steal it from where you look, steal it from where you hear. If you see ducks in a pond, think about how that makes you feel. If you see a funny looking cloud, like it looks like fucking Zeus about to throw a lightning bolt at a shark, get meaning from that. What does that mean? Am I the shark? Am I Zeus? Do I feel antagonized? Am I hurting others? Will the shock kill me? Will the shock kill them? Am I holding anything inside that I want to let out? How accurate am I going to be when I confess to my issues? Zeus's lightning might be absolute, but I sure as hell aren't. That kind of thing. You don't need ADHD, and I'm not saying I have it per se. Because I could probably fucking prove it. But it's just good to just go down the staircase of thought. Just trail about those things. You don't even need to necessarily have to know about what something's from. You're like, oh yeah, that shit looks like Zeus. I don't know what Zeus is. He's just the god of lightning. Just think, god of lightning? Huh. Lightning. So he makes thunder too, huh? Well, if he's the god of lightning, does he also have to be the god of thunder? Because thunder is a byproduct of lightning. But then that kind of just feeds more into intellect, doesn't it? Alright, let's circle back. God of lightning? So, he's a god of I can't do it at will, I'm sorry. I'm just not... But you get what I mean, right? It's good to just think and think and think upon shit. It's different from overthinking, because overthinking is... You're not processing what you are thinking properly. It's kind of like when a dam gets overflowed. That's overthinking. At least in my opinion. Again, I'm ignorant. I'm a little wise, but I'm very ignorant. My intellect is low, right? I just like to think that building upon thought just makes you wonder, Maybe in the end that will make you smarter and will make you wiser. I fucking hope. I would want people to be smarter and wiser. That'd be nice. Well, alas, you can't always have what you ask for. But, Skullback! Yeah, hey, you thought I fucking forgot about the naming schemes? Nope. Awesome segue, by the way. The whole naming schemes of, well, the things I want to do with the naming of the videos, and maybe the thumbnails too. I don't know if I want to connect thumbnails too. The thumbnail for D-Day kind of sucks ass. Oh yeah, the thumbnail for All Spare is abysmal. That shit is not serious, but I think I do want the titles to connect. You know, we have this whole thing of like Love and War, All's Fair and Love and War, and the war motif with D-Day. I like that. I like having like a cohesive theming for an arc. And I know the way I'm going about it is very against the meta of YouTube. Like, I'm not even trying to make a Mr. Beast thumbnail. I'm legit just making whatever the fuck I want. And that has a massive chance of backfiring. Because one day I'd be like, ah, fuck, I'm feeling desperate enough to go down the Mr. Beast route because now I need money. But then, passion's gone. The fan base that I might have acquired is gone forever. Because I decided to sell out because I needed money and for survival, you know. I just betray myself by doing that. So I guess it's just a good idea to fucking create without going with the meta. And that sucks. I know, you know, I always think of Isaac Y when it comes to this sort of thing. I feel like he has passion behind it. It's me personally. There's a lot of passion behind it. And I know it's like his job, and I know like people in the content creation space consider it their job. But if you love your job, that's like a fucking hobby. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah. He takes quite a while with his videos because they always have like a lot of planning. They have budget and shit. So if anything, like episodes of a TV show, right? I think his stuff works because he's already pre-established that he's more of a slow and steady type of content creator, while there are others like that, you know, pump it out slow, you know, pump it out much quicker. And it's just because they kind of fall into that, they fall into that layout of algorithm, like, focus. I think, again, this is all just speculation. Someone like Isaac Y, he can take his time and then he can release it. I'm pretty sure there are deadlines for that sort of thing. Because if you don't upload like quick enough, then you will lose like your momentum. It's momentum based, yeah. Then you have others that can just record, like upload once every 2 days. At least upload 3 times a week, or whatever, you know. And it's like it's keto. And then that kind of leads to people having second channels, tertiary channels. They have third channels, fourth channels for like VODs, for reaction content, for streaming highlights, for personal shit. I know McNasty did that. He had like 11 channels at one point. I don't blame him. YouTube's kind of a mess, at least to my understanding from hearing what they had to say. That's kind of a fucking mess. You kind of need second channels if you want to create different styles of content than what the algorithm lets you make. So that especially counts for like clips and VODs. I know Smitty does that. He has Smitty Minus and Smitty Plus. Well, the Smitty Plus isn't for clips. That is a streaming highlights channel. The Smitty Minus is a VODs channel. You kind of have to make like, you know, the separate channels for that sort of thing. I don't know if I'm going to do that with Razor Rum. Because this is already a curveball enough. The whole Black Label idea is already a curveball. The whole, like, every content idea I want to make on here is going to be drastically different from the next. And it is so... It's going to be inconsistent from here on out. Just remember that. And it's risky. Because I'm not playing it for the money. I'm not doing this YouTube thing for the money. I just want to create. And if I can make money off that, then I can just do it full time. And there is a very realistic chance that that will never work out, because YouTube is not a place for passion anymore. It is a place to make money. It is a job option. You know, so many Twitch streamers are like now hybrid, because I want to say hybrid, but they also have YouTube channels to like double up on their profit. Which, good on them. I mean, fuck, if you want to make money to survive, go right ahead. I'm not gonna blame them for that. I completely understand. That is valid as fuck. As a content creator, that's valid as fuck. You know, you just want to keep pumping out more content for this audience and that audience and this audience and that audience. I get it. The money's there. We've already pre-established that, you know, your style of content is more of like, and I have been watching a lot of Flats. No shade to him. No shade to him. He's very much, at least in my opinion, more informative while also having gameplay videos, and that's completely fine. I watch them because I want to be informed. You know, like, you know, the fucking 3 E's of theater, you know, like exhaustion, education, and then entertainment. I think that's entertainment, yeah. So like exhaustion, you want to feel relieved, like emotionally, you want to have emotional catharsis, so you want to have like a release from all that tension inside you. Education. Okay, so by the way, for like the first one, for exhaustion, or like, it's like spiritual evolution. I think that's what I learned in college anyway. It's like spiritual evolution. Evolution? Heightenment. Enlightenment, whatever. Spiritual, like, I feel better, you know, hooray. You get that from like fucking, I don't know, Pomni. I'm not even kidding, by the way. You get that shit from like Skibbity Toilet. You get that shit from like Pomni. You get that shit from like fan animations. You get that shit from scripted content. You get that shit from video essays. Well, you get all 3 E's from video essays, I will say. You get, which I might as well just explain it now. You get entertainment, you know, from entertaining videos, which Flats kind of fits. Again, I'm using this so you guys can kind of understand. Flats to me just kind of fits, and like every, you know, content creator has their strengths, and he leans into his. Which, good, amazing, good on you. Again, you know, if you want to get into content creator, if you want to become like a YouTuber to a Twitch streamer or whatever, play to your strengths, okay? Don't try to do everything at once, okay? Otherwise, it's not gonna look good. Just FYI. So the way like Flats has his stuff, it's very much an entertainment and education thing. I mean, that kind of goes for like a lot of FPS content creators. They're mostly like education and entertainment. So you need to find other content creators to fill that 3rd E of exhaustion. You need to find someone that can like make you feel emotionally invested into whatever you're watching. You know, Lazy Purple does that pretty well. He has like excellent scripted content. He has excellent SFM, like excellent stories of like struggle and triumph. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, watch Lazy Purple. That shit, like, his content is so good. It fills all 3 E's. You learn about TF2. You learn about how to better manage. Like, you learn like new creative ways through his methods of like how to deal with problems, like problem solving. I learned from his sniper video how it feels to play sniper, about the whole like, just take it slow. I'm not gonna try to aim to where his head is. I'm just gonna slow down and keep my mouse still until he walks right into me. And that's like, there is so much depth. And no, I'm not gonna, this is not glazing Lazy Purple. I'm just saying, it made me think so much, to the point where that one line and that one scene is a fucking lifestyle. There is so much you can take out from those videos. YouTube is really underrated when it comes to like being an art medium. At least video, like content creation, it's very underrated. It's not just for the money. If you think it is for the money, go take a fucking walk. Like, actually, go take a walk through like the search bar. just look up. Just fucking look up like 2010's YouTube videos. I'm talking salad fingers, bitch. I'm talking ad stiff movie. I'm talking YouTube poops, bitch. Just take a look back to when passion was mainstream, and you'll see it was fulfilling to watch. Okay, maybe not like Salad Finger, maybe like Ask the Movie and stuff. Like, maybe those aren't like fulfilling. Again, 2010s YouTube was very much lol random humor, at least the early days of it, and then eventually became about money. You know, but there are videos where you can feel exhaustion, you can feel like emotionally eased, and you can learn. You become wiser from watching it. I'm not even fucking kidding. You don't have to watch lifestyle videos. You don't have to listen to podcasts. Just watch a TF2 video, because chances are the fucking person making that video is like getting their master's in like computer science, and they're like the smartest motherfucker on the planet, and they just know how to script shit well. You can learn so much from that. And again, no shade to people that, you know, are doing it as a job. I just really appreciate the passionate side of things. And again, there are people that make money while also being passionate about it. And there's like people like Vanos who like go off to make music. But then again, Vanos is like so successful that he could just fucking do side quests like Shaq. So it's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I have no hate towards it. Fucking Donald Glover was an actor, comedian, rapper. He did that shit too. You don't only have to be a content creator. I mean, shit. I was just like, my point is, YouTube is a lot more nuanced than people think it is. For one, for entertainment, I think Chazington's videos are very, very, very entertaining. They're edited spectacularly. His fucking style of humor is so... It just appeals to me. Because he's like talking about something. You know, I fucking... For some reason, whenever I think of Chazington, I think of like... Or not Peter Griffin, but I always think of like... I just think of like 2010s like pop music, and then like Fat Elmer Fudd, because he do this thing with his style of editing where he like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he does this bit a lot. I don't remember, but he'd be talking about like fucking Looney Tunes show, and then he just start trailing off into singing like "In the Gallows" or "The Gallows," you know, like he just starts singing some fucking song, and I think that's awesome. I love that. It is such a good bit. It's awesome. I don't know if it's scripted, quite frankly. He does have like other styles of content that I haven't checked out. I should, you know, because you can't really base a content creator off one style of content that they do. Because I've watched like a lot of Chazington, dude. Like, I'm a Chazington fan. Okay. It just feels like old-timey YouTube, you know? He talks about old stuff a lot, especially like Charmex and shit. I'm like, holy fuck, people actually remember Charmex? And then remember, oh wait, people that knew Charmex back then are like adults now. They can talk about it. I'm like, whoa! It's a little existential, to be real. But again, I'm a big fan of his content. I think it's hilarious. I think it's also very educational, believe it or not, because I think he does do research on like topics, mostly about like I forgot like, again, I don't have exact examples, but I feel like he's done that sort of thing for like Looney Tunes, while also doing it for like, you know, obviously Charmex. Like, you learn about this guy who's like, he's not a fucking reaction YouTuber anymore. He's like making music, and it's like a little experimental. And then you hear him say, "Oh yeah, this music's fucking like, I actually kind of like it." And I was like, "Really? Charmex makes good music?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, maybe I should check it out." Maybe it makes you think you should reevaluate your like take about music. Again, I just read too much into everything, but I don't know. I get meaning from life from that sort of thing. But yeah, the facets of YouTube, they're a lot more nuanced than people take credit for, like people think they are. And it's not always about the money. It's not always about the money. I feel like the best content usually just comes from people that are like in college and they're just trying to get a career in something, and then they're just making YouTube for the passion of it. They're not trying to make it a career, so they just, you know, have education. I mean, granted, I feel like if people would want to be content creators, they would just take it as a job because it's like far easier than like any other job. Which is like, yeah. yes, bitch. It is an easier job. But you know, you gotta have backup plans for that sort of thing because YouTube is a fucking gamble. It is such a huge gamble. And since the way I'm going about it, again, circling back to me, very inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent. Anyway, this is like stretched on about 50 minutes. I don't even know if I said anything. I haven't even talked. Again, this is like completely. This probably won't even be segmented. I've gone on for 51 minutes. I don't think I have to censor anything. I don't think I said anything too atrocious or too revealing. Again, I have been vulnerable in this video, but I don't really give a fuck. You know, if I'm gonna do YouTube, I've just gotta come to terms with the fact that people are gonna shit talk, and that's fine. You know, that's okay. You guys can have your freedom of expression, because I can have it too. And I can tell you to go fuck yourself. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, freedom of expression goes both ways, by the way. Anyway. Okay, before I end this off, I'm gonna just do like a quick, like, few updates about the future of the channel. And about the possibility, I mean, if you guys want to, like, see, like, guests on Black Label, just leave a comment. I don't even know if anyone's gonna listen to this, like, through this entire... Whatever, I don't care. If you made it this far.
Help!
No. Oh, fuck, I had a brain fart. What was I thinking of? Yeah, if you guys want to see, like, guests on... If you just legit want to see this as a podcast and not just me rambling, or, like, a mixture of both, I am down for that. But again, it won't be organized. It will just be this chaotic. I will be rambling a lot. And we'll probably even have just, like, primary topics, because I usually just how I handle conversations with my friends. We just have, like, one topic, and then we ramble on about that for, like, an hour or so. If you guys want to see that, cool. I'll take it into account. Future of this channel updates. Right. Love and War coming out at least at the end of the year. It will be like a Christmas upload. Fuck, Christmas is in a week. What the fuck? Christmas Eve is in a week from the time I'm recording this. That's crazy. Yeah, I will have it done by Christmas. So look out for that. Other styles of content. Black Label is going to be recurring when I won't be scheduled. I will try to make it at least a weekly release, but it won't be scheduled. So if it just shows up, it shows up. It'll be out when it's out. It'll be out when it's out. The more scripted, like, Astral Spiff sort of stuff that I want to try. That's if I do streaming. Maybe, maybe not. Again, I'm kind of committed to this editing thing. I could stream, I couldn't. If I am going to, I want to do it as a VTuber, mind you. Or like a PNG tuber. I don't give a fuck. I just want to be faceless. Because I think it'd be cool talking through an avatar. A possible second channel. I was thinking of actually making a second channel for personal stuff, like that scripted stuff. And honestly, I might do. You know, since this is the first Black Label. Yeah, you know what? That is going to help my decision making. Since Race Rum's identity is mostly about me and my friends. Less about me, more about my friends. You know, our whole energy. I probably will have guests on here, like just friends of mine. You know? They probably won't have deep insights about the videos because, again, I'm the one managing everything. But we probably will just fucking talk about shit. You know, for however long. The range of these will vary a lot. If they have to leave early and it's only 20 minutes, then it's only 20 minutes. That kind of thing, right? Anyway. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, I took down For Honor's Fun.swag.v2. solely because I think it aged very poorly, and I don't think it's like a proper representation of this channel anymore. It did have like a dark joke right off the rip. You know, if you know, you know. Again, I made that when I was in like middle school. So grow the fuck up. People change, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not in line with what I want this channel to be like anymore. And besides, the people in that video, I'm not friends with anymore. So it's like kind of weird to just have them featured on my channel, like in the front. Besides, I just like the way Elsewhere came out better, so I kind of want that to replace it. And, you know, in terms of it being like the new magnum opus of the channel or whatever, you know, like this is what I made that I'm most proud of recently. Here you go, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. I think I talked about everything I want to talk about. 56 minutes. That's not bad. If you guys want to see another one of these, I can't guarantee it, but I will say that I do appreciate like all the support. I got like 160 views on Love and War. I mean, all's fair. Incredible. I'm fucking mind blown because my channel only has 60 views and I managed to like double. I mean, 60 subscribers and I managed to do double that on the view count. Sure, viewer retention was kind of bad. But it's just the fact that I got 160, like around that much viewers, is mind-blowing. And not only that, the viewer retention, not retention, but the amount of views I got off D-Day, despite it being like less effort, shorter video, fucking phenomenal. Like 40 views in such a short amount of time is so good. It is. It's kind of appalling to me because like. It seems like you guys really give a fuck about like what I want to make. It's like that's pretty cool. I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot. It means a lot to be recognized, not for like my greatness or whatever. It feels good to be recognized as me, you know, as the, you know, for the content that I want to create. It's an incredible feeling. So I thank you all, genuinely. And if you made it this far, I thank you too, because I have no idea how you managed to sit through all of my undiagnosed ramblings for this long. Yeah. Anyway, deuces. If there's another one, just let me know. 2 likes, and I'll make a part 2. Yeah, okay. Anyway, deuces. Bye.